In this video, we're going to talk about how to factor polynomials. So let's start with some simple examples. How would you factor this expression, 6x minus 12? All we can do is take out the GCF, the greatest common factor, which is 6. Now, to get what remains, divide. 6x divided by 6 is x, and negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. So that's all we could do for this example. Let's try two similar problems. Let's factor 3x cubed minus 9x squared, and also 4x squared minus 12x. So with the one on the bottom, we need to take out the GCF. We could take out a 4 from 4 and negative 12, and we can also take out an x variable because they both contain it. 4x squared divided by 4x is x. Negative 12x divided by 4x is minus 3. So that's how we can factor that expression. Now for the one above, we can also take out the GCF. In this case, the GCF is going to be 3x squared. We could take out a 3 from 3 and negative 9, and each term has at least two x variables. So we can take out an x squared. Now 3x cubed divided by 3x squared is x. Negative 9x squared divided by 3x squared is minus 3. And so that's it for those two examples. Now the next thing we need to talk about is factoring trinomials. This is when we have three terms. And we're going to factor it when the leading coefficient is 1. So what you want to do is find two numbers that multiply to 12 but add to 7. Two numbers that multiply to 12 but add to 7 are 3 and 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, 3 times 4 is 12. And so the way you would write your answer is going to be like this. It's x plus 3 times x plus 4. And so that's it for that example. Now here's another one. Try this one. X squared plus 2x minus 15. Feel free to pause the video if you want to work on it. So what two numbers multiply to negative 15 but add to 2? We know 5 times 3 is positive 15, but we need to add a negative sign. If we try negative 5 and positive 3, this adds up to negative 2. But if we try positive 5 and negative 3, it adds up to positive 2 but still multiplies to negative 15. So the answer is going to be x plus 5 times x minus 3. And so that is how we can factor that expression. Try this one. 2x squared minus 6x minus 56. Now notice that the leading coefficient is not 1, it's 2. So what you want to do first is see if there's a GCF that you can factor. Notice that all of the coefficients are even. So we're going to try factoring out a 2. 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. Negative 6x divided by 2 is negative 3x. Negative 56 divided by 2 is negative 28. So we now have a trinomial with a leading coefficient of 1. So now let's find two numbers that multiply to negative 28 but add to the middle coefficient of negative 3. Well, we know 7 times 4 is 28. If we try positive 7 and negative 4, that adds up to positive 3. But negative 7 and positive 4 adds up to negative 3. So the answer is going to be 2 times x minus 7 times x plus 4. And so that's it for this example. Now let's try another similar example. Let's factor 3x squared minus 18x plus 24. So feel free to pause the video if you want to try it. Notice that all of the coefficients are divisible by 3. So we're going to take out the GCF, which is 3. 3x squared divided by 3 is x squared. Negative 18x divided by 3 is negative 6x. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So now we need to factor this trinomial on the inside of the parentheses. Two numbers that multiply to 8 but add up to negative 6 are going to be negative 4 and negative 2. Negative 4 plus negative 2 adds up to negative 6. So we can replace x squared minus 6x plus 8 with x minus 4 times x minus 2. And we'll keep the 3 in the front. So this right here is the answer.